Hey everyone, welcome back. I am doing a mixture of homemaking and also sharing my plants that I have right now and what I'm doing to them. Also mixing in some cleaning, doing a little bit of a kitchen reset, that type of thing. So I hope you find the video encouraging. Let's get right into it. First up is a Sam's Club haul. We went there to get some things for Nick's camping trip with the boys, but then also I got some things for us just to kind of restock a little bit. Nothing super impressive, but I did grab that enchiladas that I can pop in the oven. It was very good for $11. It was a win for sure. They also had the cotton candy grapes, which we like, and I got a few other random things, but yeah, I just needed to kind of put things away and restock a bit. So my fridge doesn't usually stay the same for very long, but I have been implementing some different strategies on how to, keep things more organized. I decided to move some bins down to the bottom drawer to see if that would, be a little bit better accessible for the kids, have the ready-to-go snacks in there, yogurts, cheeses, you name it. This used to be like my cheese and meat drawer, but I decided to switch it up, see if I like it this way. I don't know if I'll keep it like this. We didn't have a ton of vegetables at the moment, so that can also change because of the upper drawers, but I decided to just play around with it, have a little fun, and yeah, it's sometimes just fun to switch things up. All right, different day here. I will take you along as I do a little bit of tidying, some cleaning, and then also want to share my plants with you guys. so happy to see that this thing has like a new growth. You can see there's some lighter colors here. Here's a new one. I know it's probably the season to be growing, so that's probably partially why, but I'm very happy it's not dead yet. I feel like my track record has not been the best as of late. I don't have as many plants as I used to, but I do think I need to clean the leaves. This is a shark tooth fern? They're not the cheapest, so that's why it's like, I still have it in this pot and I don't water it very often, but it can drain into the other one. I haven't transplanted it yet, so I don't know, I should probably, but then I'm always scared it's gonna like stunt the growth or I'm gonna kill it or something like that, but I think I do need to water it a little bit. Now this one on the other hand is, I don't know, I think it's still hanging on. It had originally had a bunch of stems that were just like breaking off, but I don't think it was getting enough light. And so there is new growth on it down at the bottom, but the leaves are starting to curl a little bit, which means I think that it needs water. So I'm also gonna maybe move it into the office. I don't feel like the light should change very much. If anything, probably it'll get more light. I'm almost out of my happy houseplant food. I'm not the best at using it consistently, but I should get it some more because it is really good for your plants. It has lasted a long time, and fun fact, Mandy, the one who owns it, she lives out in close to St. George. It's Santa Clara, Utah, and I actually drove past their place. It's like right on the main drag, and they had a show on, where was it, HGTV. It used to be like an old mercantile or something, I think, or maybe like an old grocery store. I'm not really sure, but it was kind of cool just to see like the area they're in. My friend Melissa gave me one of these for my birthday. She got this really cute pot. I haven't transplanted it yet. This one is, why can't I think what this kind is? So pretty. I cut a couple of starts off of the plant that's out on my shelf, the big one. This one I stuck in water. I wasn't sure if that would work or not. I mean, there's a little green node right there on both of them that it looks like something's growing out of it. It's kind of slow, so we'll see. Then I've got this Monstera Delicioso in here, and I've had it, I don't remember how long I've had it, but I had it outside for a while, and then I switched things out. My snake plant is not doing well. I had that one for years, and I had that one sitting in here, but I was kind of tired of it, so I brought this one inside, and recently I had some really big growth on this, and it was beginning to look like a jungle. So I pruned a bunch of the kind of lower branches and stuff just to give it more room, and so now it doesn't look nearly as jungle-ish, although it's still really big. Like, the leaves are just ginormous, but this one's doing pretty well. My olive tree out here has some new growth here, and I'm kind of surprised that it has done as well as it has. I had it on the back porch for a while, but I moved it to the front area here. I did transplant it a month or two ago into this bigger pot, and it seems like it's doing well. It doesn't get a lot of direct sun, maybe a little bit towards the end of the day. My snake plant is not doing so well. It's probably just old, or it gets just too much light. They really don't need a lot of light at all, and I don't do anything with it. It's just looking a little sad, and I probably should just like retire it. I've had it for I don't know how long. I've had it over at the old house already, and that's been probably 3-4 years at least. I don't really like it anymore, so. Are fiddle leaf figs even as popular anymore? This one I've had for, I don't know, four years probably, something like that. And I did move it from our bedroom to the dining room. It does not get as much light as it used to, so it always goes through a thing of like, the tree goes through a bit of a, you know, cycle of not liking where it's at. There's some leaves that look like they're gonna come off. However, there has been some new growth. So when we had moved to a rental, and we had had it at like the flip house for a while. Just all of that change, it doesn't like change. It really went through a time of looking very sad, like leaves were coming off. So I chopped it pretty far back, and it has taken now probably 2 years almost to get to this point again. And fiddle leaves used to be like one of my top favorite plants. I still love them, but not maybe as much as I used to back in the day. I feel like they're maybe just overused. That's part of it. Like you see fiddle leaf figs everywhere, but I still, you know, I want to keep it. So in the kitchen, I've got this plant right here on the shelf, and keep in mind, we don't have any like windows in the kitchen. We do have the doors that are right here, but there's no direct lighting. So I'm a little conscious of that, and I am curious to see how long this one will last. I've kept it alive. The only thing is I did trim some of the stems. I had them longer here a little bit ago, but I noticed some white, what do you call those things, mealybugs, which I think can be a sign of like root rot or something like that. I'm not positive, but it's a really pretty one. It's kind of a waxy type plant, and yeah, I don't know, I like it. It kind of blends a little better with our ripe olive cabinets versus a bright green style plant. I really do need to swap out the greens in that vase up there. They're just dried eucalyptus that I ended up never taking out from a long time ago. So who knows, maybe I'll get some Mother's Day flowers or something to put in there. But that is currently pretty much all I have in the kitchen. My friend Heather gave me a start of her pilea plant. I think it was last year sometime, maybe even the year before. Some new little babies coming in there. I did have this one inside, I think in the kitchen, but I moved it out here just to like change it up a bit, like get some fresh light on it. I think sometimes that helps a little bit, especially with the ones that aren't as finicky. And this one has been really low maintenance. I don't even know what kind it is. I had gotten it at Home Depot, I don't know, a long time ago. I find a lot of plants at Home Depot, sometimes Lowe's, but I don't check there as often. And I feel like they have a really good selection, at least here in Florida. I don't know how it is with you guys, but I don't do as much of the seasonal flowers anymore. Just with, I don't know, I think next year I want to try and do that, like start it in the fall and get some going, maybe even the winter, because that's the better growing time for us here, especially if you want them established for the summer, because they don't survive very well with the heat. So I tend to have more plants versus the colorful flowers and stuff that I used to have in Ohio, but I'm kind of missing it. I'm really wishing for something right now, but it's okay. And then here's another one that I've had for years. I think I've chopped it a time or two. It just doesn't look very good, and I'm not like super attached to it. I'm gonna take you guys back inside. I'll show you a few in our living room. So this is Hoya, I believe, similar to the one I have in the office. And then I've got this ZZ plant, I think, or I'm not sure what the other name is, probably a better name for it. But this one does well in low light, and it definitely has new growth, even though honestly it doesn't really get any direct lighting besides like from those windows right there. So it does really well in low light, and it's very low maintenance. And then I have this silver pothos up here. I actually just trimmed it a little bit last night. I had some that were like, I had a couple more strands that were pretty far down here, and I just thought I needed to maybe prune it a little bit and let it have some room to grow. I should transplant it into a bigger pot, I think, but this one is always a favorite. It is very easy to care for, and I bought this thing not terribly long ago. It was really nice and big. Again, Home Depot, so it's not like this one started out super small. And that's all I have in this area. My friend Melissa also gave me this for my birthday. It's a home spray, and it actually comes from my friend Esther Graber's shop, Graber Co., a local friend of mine, shop owner, and it smells so good. It is sandalwood and cardamom. It just really adds like a fresh scent to the room. I usually have a plant sitting here, but I've currently got it in by the bathtub because I was watering it the other day. So these are the ones that I have at the moment. That leaf was kind of like rolled up. It couldn't expand because it was touching something else, and so I don't know. This one looks a little sad. It's like a mini bird of paradise, I think. And then this is the plant that is often in our bedroom, but I had failed to water it for so long that it looks kind of sad. So something that I never really talked about, I don't think, on my YouTube channel here is this bathroom. I recently painted it, well, most of it. I had one corner here in this room here that I kind of ran out of paint and ran out of time to do it because I had family coming to town, and that's been like a month now, so I haven't gotten that corner done. You know how that goes. But this bathroom is in very much need of renovating. Sorry, I'm out of breath, I was cleaning. But that's not in the cards anytime soon, I don't think. Well, not this year, I don't know about next year, we'll see. The window has cracks in it. It's that old like square style stuff, and it has cracks in it. The shower is nasty, like it's not properly done. Nothing was updated like since it was built, and it's pretty old. The floors are definitely not like our choice. They're orange. But the wall colors previously were like tan, gray, taupe, I don't know, a bunch of like different colors that really clashed with the floors. And then you have the cabinet colors being a different tan. And then I had painted a few areas thinking before we moved in that I might paint it, never got around to it. So it was like messy. The ceilings had been painted and then there was like, we didn't trim. It was just very uninspiring to be in. And so I was like, well, I mean, I can at least paint it. If nothing else, white will at least tone down everything and it'll be a little bit more inspiring to be in. So I did that really quickly, I don't know, 24-hour period or so. It took like 3 coats. I don't understand why. I even used the paint primer in one, the Bear stuff that I always like. It's thick, but I don't know. It was a lot of corners, and anyway, it looks a lot better, but it's kind of like an in-between thing. I feel like it just really feels a lot different, even though it's not like what we want long term. It's just fine. We love the size of it. It's a great size bathroom. We have 2 sinks. There's a lot of good points about the bathroom, so I'm not like running that down. It's not necessarily fitting the rest of the house. And as you all know, if you're following us, we love, renovating our projects, our houses we live in, and we like to improve them. And it's kind of something that we like to do on the side. And I've done some design work in the past and things like that, so it's kind of in our blood. But finances are definitely part of this equation, and a big bathroom renovation can mean a lot of money. So anyway, I try to find joy in where I'm at, whatever house we're at, and it's just, I feel like it's important, no matter how small, how big their house is, how mini your budget, paint doesn't cost a lot. There's little things you can do. You can go forage for flowers. There are so many things that you can do to improve the space you're in if you're feeling like you're not finding joy in it. And sometimes there's not a lot to be done, and that's okay. I've just always been a very big advocate of making the most of where you are, loving the home you're in right now, even with a little budget. It doesn't have to be a lot, just little things. And I love having little moments throughout my house that bring me joy and just make the house feel cozy and inviting, and a place that our family loves to be in, and all of that. So hopefully that's an encouragement for you. Maybe just do one little thing and go from there. Switching out hardware can just immediately improve a space. Just little things like that. So think out of the box, and hopefully I'm someone that can be an encouragement and not a discouragement to you in any way, because that's always my goal, is to encourage and inspire you all. So anyway, I'm gonna keep cleaning. I'm gonna run my Tenneco, the mop vacuum combo that I have. So I'm not doing like a super thorough mopping or anything, but it vacuums and mops at the same time. So it's a little bit of a time saver for me. So the boys are gonna be coming home from school soon, and this is actually the last week of school. So yeah, they're almost done. It's a little earlier than normal this year, but we're excited. We've got some summer plans that I'm excited to tell you all about. Not in this video, but yeah, that's coming, and we're all, excited for that. So you want to see this gross, nasty water? I haven't even mopped very far yet. It definitely gets something. So now I'm just gonna go dump it, and then it's a self-cleaning brush, so it'll clean itself, and it's often on sale for like around $200 or something on Amazon. I will link it below. All right, that is going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was more of a laid back, casual style video, but hopefully it was encouraging and inspiring in some way. Let me know what you're up to this week, when school ends, what you're doing this summer, that type of thing. I'd love to hear in the comments. So make sure you hit the like button and stay tuned for next week's video. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye!